Are you feeling being overwhelmed by day-to-day life and work tasks? Are you feeling like your brain is constantly cluttered with information? If you are, then this video is for you. Today we'll talk about a methodology called the second brain. It will help you organize and stay on top of everything. We'll first talk about the problem of information overload. Then we will talk about what is second brain, why it's important, and how to get one. Feel free to jump to any part that you like. As a human being, as you wake up from morning, you might drink coffee, read some newspaper, and then go through a whole day of emails, meetings, and documents, and blah, blah, blah. Tons of information goes through your mind. And if you have to put a number for that volume, one researcher at UC San Diego gave an answer, and that is 34 gigabytes. And this is a very big number. In my own experience, I was really overwhelmed by number of things going on in my life and at work. And one day I ran into a video by Ali introducing the second brain methodology. I started to get organized and use Notion to manage my personal life and at work. That significantly improved my productivity while keeping my anxiety level down. So what is the second brain? It is a way of systematically collecting and processing information. So instead of using your biological brain to hold everything, you can use a physical notebook or digital apps to collect the information and organize them. For example, instead of using your biological brain to hold all the 34 gigabytes of information, you can split that up and put a portion of them into your second brain. And that should reduce the overload of your biological brain. It was first proposed by Diego Forti in one of his books. And in the book, he used an acronym called CODE to summarize everything. And this stands for Capture, Organize, Distill, and Express. In the video, we'll be talking about his methodology, plus my experience and interpretation. So if you want to check out the most authentic version of that, go ahead and read the book. Why we need to build a second brain? It is important to know that your brain is good for having ideas, but not to hold on to them. Imagine those are the number of tasks you have to process every day. And if you load everything into your biological brain, you will see your bandwidth shall be significantly reduced. Now, if you load some of them into your second brain, you can see that would free up some of the crucial resources and let you think more freely. One direct result of adopting the second brain methodology will be your productivity level will be increased while the stress level will be decreased. So you can see the second brain methodology is just a way of increasing the brain power without having a physical surgery or anything like that. What I found useful for myself is the brain power is really tied to mental and physical fitness. That's why having exercise is so important, because an active body can help with the active brain. The other exercise that I found useful is something that I call brain dump. This is the exercise to shut down all the useless processes that are running on the back of your mind. Those processes give you anxiety but not productivity. Different people may have different ways to do it. What I found useful for myself is doing yoga and meditation. Now, how to do it? The very first step is to write those ideas down. Your brain will have ideas from time to time. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. But if you don't capture them, they shall disappear. So capturing the ideas will help you have the chance to turn them into reality. Now, the tool matters. I have tons of friends use physical notebooks to capture their ideas, but also found myself and others using digital apps such as Notion or OneNote. There are no absolute good or bad tools as long as you find the one that works for you. And next, organize when you can. You might wonder, hey, aren't you gonna talk about next? So one important message I want to convey is even though I'm talking about them sequentially, I don't mean to implement them in a sequential order, but instead there is a significant overlap between capture and organize. Especially with digital tools, you can already have them organized when you are capturing them. The second step is to get organized. If you have all the information captured and not organized, there will be still just a giant pile of data. There are two types of exercise you need to work up. One is classify, put the different ideas into a different bucket, and the second exercise put them into hierarchical order depending on how the information are organized, and also assign them with the appropriate priority level. Once you have everything organized, that really give you the big picture view of what's going on, and that give you the ability to zoom in and zoom out. Essentially, you can stay on top of everything that is going on, but also can go into any of the specific matter if you want to look up for details. This is also useful for leadership training because that forces you to work as the COO, Chief Operating Officer, to oversee what's going on in your personal life. And if you can manage all of those projects really well, that'll put you into a more comfortable position to manage bigger projects or even a small team of people. The second tip that I want to give is do a little at a time. You wouldn't have everything get organized in one day, so pace yourself. The next step is to distill. This is originally a technique to make perfume or alcohol. For example, if you have to make perfume, you need to collect the flower petals and put them into a flask. If you heat them up with fire, the fragrant molecules will be vaporized and eventually condense into liquid perfume. For information processing, this refers to the process of first collecting the raw information, and upon active reprocessing or reflection, you can extract the most essential knowledge and put them into the most condensed format. This will help you to build your knowledge framework or help you to construct the set of first principles, and in which those are the concrete granular principles which are true. Last but not least, the final step is to express. Sharing is actually part of the learning process. What I found is if I'm reading a book, once I put it away, I will soon forget about it. But if I tell the story to a different person, that can help me to remember the story much better. So sharing can be reinforcement for your personal learning. Next, those topics that you're interested in are probably concerning to other people as well. If you share your learning to other people, they can be benefited as well, and in the meantime, they can provide you feedback. It can help you build meaningful relationships, and in long term, this can be the most valuable experience for you. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope that is useful. In the future, I will be making a video using either Notion or OneNote to implement the second brain methodology to improve productivity. So stay tuned for more videos coming up.